Man, I feel like a woman. Welcome back to Between Two Bushings, the show with mostly all Canadian content, but not really any of it useful. I'm your host, Bryce. Well, as most of you all know, we love our hockey and beer. And for all you concerned fans out there asking over and over, yes, we finally got a budget. Come find me at this year's MRO in Dallas for one of these beauties. For decades, Canadian culture has blended with American culture. So much so that some of our artists are indistinguishable from each other. Perhaps the United States have taken credit for the exports of some of our great Canadian artists, and we just can't stand for that on this program. Let's go ahead and reveal some of the iconic artists you may or may not have known were from the true Great White North. Number 1, my. Hey. These days, you might know Neil Young as the crazy old guy creating his own strange media players and beefing it out with Joe Rogan. But at one point, Neil was the face of folk rock. He emerged in the 60s during the golden era of rock and was part of the supergroup Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Most of you probably didn't know he was Canadian. And as Lynyrd Skynyrd said, a Southern man don't need him around anyhow. Number 2, speaking of music that sounds like it was birthed in the southern United States, Shania Twain is a Canadian musical icon who somehow became synonymous with Nashville country. It's hard to explain how famous she was at her peak, and she is still the best-selling female country artist in music history, earning the nickname the Queen of Country Pop. Not a likely career path from someone born in Timmins, Ontario. Number 3, a token phrase turned into an iconic ballad, Bryan Adams released Cuts Like a Knife in 1983 and hasn't looked back. He spent that year cementing his career by touring with 80s rock legends such as Journey, Supertramp, and The Police. It's every Canadian musician's dream to make a splash globally, and Bryan Adams did just that. It took Bryan Adams 3 albums before he received any recognition beyond our Canadian borders, and to thank us for the unwavering support, he upped and moved to England. Don't choke on your sausage roll, Mr. Adams. Number 4. Rolling Stone magazine called Joni Mitchell one of the greatest songwriters ever. She's even in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. All Music has stated, when the dust settles, Joni Mitchell may stand as the most important and influential female recording artist of the late 20th century. This woman is so talented, she also designed and painted almost all of her album covers. Born in 1943 in northern Alberta, Joni honed her skills and wrote songs that reflect on social and philosophical ideas of her generation. Rolling Stone has also named her the 72nd greatest guitarist of all time, the highest ranked woman on the list. Joni Mitchell truly is a Canadian treasure. Number 5. I didn't want to put this in, but I was kind of forced to. Baby. No list of Canadian musicians would be complete without the living embodiment of a stress headache, Justin Bieber. From his humble beginnings singing on the streets in Stratford, Ontario, to becoming the biggest mega pop star of the 2010s, Bieber has done some things that have made us question his sanity. But if the popularity of his collaboration with Tim Hortons is any indication, 12-year-olds still love the Biebs. I'm not sure why, but Canadians just seem to love this guy. Even the Toronto Maple Leafs have recently done a collaboration with him on a New Era jersey that they're about to wear on Wednesday night. Well, that wraps up this group of Canadian musicians that you probably thought were American. We could have mentioned many more, but we needed to save some as an excuse to put together another terrible video. Please subscribe to our channel. We're up to 39 now. Woohoo! Smash that subscribe button and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. If not, have a look at us on our website, www.bearingbronze.com. If you're planning to head down to the MRO in Dallas this year on April 26th to April 28th, don't forget to look me up and we can get together for a coffee or a drink. Thanks again. This is Bryce, out.